What's going on, you guys? TBR here, back yet again with another King of Fighters All-Star video, and happy Friday to all of you guys out there. I hope you all have a fun and wonderful weekend. In today's video, we are going to be reacting to episode 20 of Manager KeKe's Manager Dev videos, and, I watched this one earlier. Yeah, we'll talk about it. I don't really know how I feel about most of it, but before we go ahead and get into all of that and more, make sure if you guys haven't already done so, you smash that like button and subscribe, and let's just go ahead and hop into today's topic. So I'm just going to go ahead and play this for you guys like we've done with all other 19 videos in this series that he has done, and I'll tell you guys right now, getting into this, maybe it's because I'm already in kind of a sour mood with video game developers based on what is going on in Street Fighter Duel over the course of the past 24 hours, which I will be doing a video on. I'm actually currently working on that, and yeah, I'm very, very not happy with that whole situation. And you guys will be kind of interested to see my reaction to that, I'm sure, because it was not a positive one. But when it comes to this whole situation here, obviously, the King of Fighters All-Star in a very weird position. It has been for a little while now. Content has been a major issue. Power creep has pretty much ravaged the game. And in this video, I know that Manager KeKe believes that he's probably giving us information that is mostly positive, but I don't really see a lot of it that way. And again, maybe my skeptical eyes are kind of jaded today because of everything that's been going on with Street Fighter Duel, but at the same time, I feel like watching this and us discussing it, you guys will kind of see where I'm coming from. So we're just going to go ahead and hop into this, and I'll kind of talk about it as we go. Hello, Manager KeKe. Brought coffee. I'm going to need it. It's like 5 a.m. here, like normal. It's my normal schedule doing this, but maybe that's also part of the reason why these videos that they put out like this, sometimes I'm not in the best of moods for. But jokes aside, you know, I'm not going to sit here and beat a dead horse when it comes to the whole content thing. I'm not going to beat a dead horse when it comes to the issues going on in Kofus. It's like I said yesterday, Kofus is an amazing game, and we just wish that the developers would treat it like it is. But, you know, it is what it is. So here they talk about the new dev note. So he's going to go pretty much in and just like outline the exact things that were already said, from what I could tell here. Fighters are now much stronger. The game is now turned into a sort of min-maxing game where the main objective is to focus on high damage using the strength and specs of the characters. In the early days of Kofus, players were required to obtain fighters with different elements and prepare their fighters in unique ways in order to defeat certain bosses. And the game actually had variety and was actually kind of fun and interesting. But after the strategic elements of the game began to lose their purpose, that is why we've decided that we need to revamp these strategies. See, and I get where they're coming from on this. But at the same time, this is a direct response to your own mistake of letting power creep get out of hand without a clear-cut idea and plan of where you were going to take the content to scale with the power creep. You literally took the power of the characters and you steadily just raised it like this, and the content sat right here. That is the issue. You created that issue. And yes, you had all these other systems. You had things like the elements. You had things like cost. You had all these different things that you were working with at the time that were working for a long time. Before we got thinking way back before SS and BS and EX especially, you had all these different things and they mattered. They actually felt like they mattered. Now it feels like literally all that matters is how much damage can they output. Nothing else matters. You created that issue. And I'm glad that you guys recognize it, but at the same time, there does not seem to be any sort of detail whatsoever in this video, even outside of what we saw in the dev note, on this particular topic. Just saying. We're currently preparing certain changes that will allow our contenders to enjoy. Utilizing the unique characteristics of the fighters, we ask for your patience and hope you look forward to it. Yeah, we've been patient on content for over a year. Over a year. Maybe stop focusing on churning out new characters and make new content instead. Yeah, and this point he's about to talk about here is something I already kind of dragged and was not very excited about. So basically he's talking about how they've recognized that all the new content that they drop, we just plow through it in a couple days, and then by the end of the event, we don't care anymore. And they had talked about in that dev note, and he talks about changing the cadence of the update. That's how he puts it here. I will pause it real quick. I usually don't pause these as much, but I need to talk about some of these points. And he moves pretty quick in this video. He does not go into much detail on anything. He literally just kind of outlines exactly what we already knew for the most part and tells us a bunch of basic stuff, and then it's over. So that's, spoiler alert, what happens in this video. But when it comes to this point here, yeah, of course, we're able to just plow through all the content. Again, the content's right here, the power creep's up here, and that is the issue. And they have not come out and forthright just said power creep in our game has caused issues and we're working on addressing them through fixing the content and adjusting the content to match. They haven't gone in and actually addressed what the actual issues are. Instead, they want to talk about souls and memories and all these things, and yet they still find a way, even in that same breath, to ignore EX generic memories. And they won't even, they want to act like they are addressing the issues within the community and that the community is something they listen to. But then one of the biggest complaints, which is EX generic memories, they do not even want to like allude to it. They don't want to address it. They don't want to, just tell us no. Straight up, just tell us no. If you would just tell us no, then we'll all be able to move on. But you won't even address it. You won't even talk about it. And so when you go in and you talk about the fact that you're going to stagger the way that you do your content now, that all that does is drag out what you've already been giving us. And that's what you seem to be outlining. Go back and read that dev note. It seems like they literally just want to take the current format and stretch it out over the course of a full month and just piecemeal it to us. And that isn't changing anything. All you're doing is not giving us certain things so that it looks like and gives the illusion to us that it's going to take longer for us to do it, when in all actuality, all you're doing is staggering it out to us. And that seems to be still, to this point that he's making right now, exactly what they're planning on doing, which I don't care if they do it or not. It does not matter to me. But that's the problem. It doesn't change anything and it doesn't matter. So yeah, go ahead and stagger it to where you have 1 or 2 weeks of character building for the new character and then 2 weeks of playing content with the new character, whatever. If you don't change the content, then none of that matters. Then all you're doing is making the current way of doing things worse. Just my 2 cents, but maybe if you would give us a little bit more information, I'd be able to have a different opinion. Sorry guys, like I said, I'm not in a good mood with this crap today. Not dealing with it. Allstar Archive is still something they're working on. It's not the official title yet, even though they've been working on it for God knows how long, and it sounds like, from everything they've ever said about it, a very basic mode. Yeah. So it almost seems like this is going to be, the Allstar Archive is going to be basically a mode that's probably going to have like a little profile section for each character or a bunch of different characters. I doubt with as many characters that are in the game, they're going to be getting around to everybody with this. And then they'll have like probably little like mini modes or mini games or stuff that you can play with them, which is fine. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It's content. But again, like, that's just kind of, I don't know. That's not something that really addresses the issue of making those characters relevant. It's so, yeah, they might be relevant to their own like challenge stages in the archive if that is what you're working on, which I'm reading tea leaves on this, so don't take that, you know, just take that for what it is, I'm assuming, based on what they're kind of saying here and alluding to. But does that make them viable anywhere else? Time will tell. Souls and memories. They want to find new ways for us to use souls and memories because they've become kind of defunct. Again, this is where they talk about memories, but they don't want to talk about the EX generic memory issue in this game. I do think that it is getting slightly alleviated with reruns like we have right now. This newest update, and I will talk about this in a separate video, is actually really good. It's a very positive thing. So I do have something nice to say today, but at the same time, yeah, so basically, again, guys, this is just the dev note. This is just the dev note. Okay. You're going to try your best to deliver new game content consistently. We already know that we're getting EX Volume 10. When are you going to just where is it? Where's the new content? Where is the new content? We can only be patient for so long. This fan base is slowly, steadily eating itself. Like, there is not enough time in the world for this game at this point for it to be able to ever recover fully from what has been going on with this situation. And I'm tired of them acting like it's like each time they do one of these, it seems like it's the same thing. We're talking about Allstar Archive still. It still isn't in the game. It's been over a year, and we're still being told they're working on story mode. It's been God knows how long since they wanted to give us any update of any substance on that. And all we keep hearing is be patient. Dude, I love the game. I love the game. But my God, it's a broken record. It is a broken record. All right, we're getting into a letter. Hold on to your butts. We got ourselves a letter, an actual handwritten letter. It's not from Ken, I'm shocked. Shout out to Ken. Love you, buddy. You know who you are. Soul Calibur collaboration was good. Vent Tower. Boss Showdown. All things of the past. Are you, though? Are you? Are you? I don't know if I believe that. Yes, please do. All right, this part right here pissed me off. We've had the 2002 nameless title screen for a long time now, you think? We believe it is now time to change the title screen to a new one, you think? We are preparing to add the 2003 stories this year. Shocker. If it wouldn't have come out this year, I would have assumed the game was just shutting down. Like, again, if you were telling me that you were going 2 weeks from now, we're getting new story mode. Okay, cool. This year. That could be August. That could be July. That could be December. We don't know. And even then, how long does it really take to get story mode out? How long is too long? Why? Maybe if you had the people that are spending so damn much time churning out new character after new character after new character that nobody wants or can afford at the time, and would be happy just having a gap of time and waiting and just having reruns on, and just spending it on this, it wouldn't be a year and a half, or whatever the case may be, before we get new story mode. Like, story chapters aren't that long. I do not understand. I do not understand. They have to just be so short-staffed that this stuff just takes them forever. Like, I am of the mind at this point that Netmarble took the entire development team and scraped it down to like the last like 5 or 6 people and just told them to figure it out. Like, that's pretty much the only thing I can take away from any of this at this point, with how long it takes for them to get anything going and get anything out to us, that I'm pretty much just assuming at this point that that's the case. I mean, it'd be nice to have the Ash Saga, but yes, that'd be great. We talked about the SS and BS change-up that will be happening, but due to various circumstances, we have been unable to proceed with the changes. We apologize to all contenders for this mishap. More stuff we're not getting. We understand that this is something that may disappoint our contenders. Pretty used to it. As we mentioned earlier in this video with the dev note, we are working hard to come up with new content where strengthened fighters can be used. It's not hard. You literally have everything that you need already in the game. You literally have low-cost missions already. Make more. Not hard to do. Pretty easy, in fact. Pretty simple. You can reuse the same crap you already got and just have it have a cost restriction. Lower or up the difficulty of certain enemies based on that. Not a lot. Not a lot there to worry about. Like, pretty easy. EX Summon Rerun and Kaya Summon improvements. We are considering a rerun of the EX Summon sometime this year. It should have been announced by the time this video is out. The EX Summon has been revealed several times. Again, the current update is very positive, and I think that it is a very good update. I really do, and I'm going to talk about that in a separate video. But at the same time, if you realize, based on what we all want, which is more opportunities to get these EX characters because they're too scarce and there's no generic, right? Why don't you just make your life easier, and make our lives easier, and just take the rate up system and put it on new EX banners so that way people can pinpoint at least which of the two they want. Like, that's all people want. Like, they just don't want, like, watching Forgo go in on the last banner and get nothing. Nothing. Like, the poor man just wanted Leona. He just wanted his waifu, and he got waifu, but he didn't get Leona, and that's the kind of crap I'm talking about. Like, just let us have that at least. Give us something, because currently the way that this whole thing is working with you churning out these characters constantly, people cannot keep up, and whales don't even want to anymore. There's no point. Because the power creep has killed the content, and the content doesn't matter. So once you get 10 characters that can blow through the same content, why do you care? Kaya Summon has been stagnant for a long time. We are determining whether we should come up with a new summon or improve the Kaya Summon. We will implement a solution within this year. What's there to determine? It hasn't been updated pretty much since it started. It has been the game forever. Just add stuff to it. All the BS and the SS characters could easily just slot right in there. Done. Yes, it needs to be worked on. I'm cranky. I need a hug. Again, we're working on content. It may take time. Please be patient. We have been patient. Yes, you did. You added Time Attack Veteran, which took away the ability for a lot of players on weekends to be able to get rubies, unfortunately. It's great for veterans. We have fun with it, but there's a lot of people that cannot get through it, which is unfortunate. They still are teasing new parts to things like Team Relay and things like that, which, God, probably never see that. I can't find joy in waiting for new fighters if I don't have anything I need them for. Like, I have characters like my Shune or my Iori or whoever the case may be that I can just take in and I can blow through the content. Like, I don't need your new characters. I got these characters. Why do I need the new ones? Unless it's EX King, then I need EX King. I need all the EX King. I'm never getting EX King. Everybody else gets their waifu. I'm not gonna cry. Anyway. Yes, Hopeful Hotaru is a thing that existed. It was adorable. I will give you that. I was happy to see her. I was especially happy for her fans to get her. Not necessarily probably the Hotaru they wanted, but now we're going to talk about collaborations. They're going to try and end it on a high note. And spoiler alert, we're getting a new one this year. Duh. It's like this part right here, like I almost feel like they wanted to be like, oh, we're getting a collaboration this year, get hype. I would hope so. You guys are pretty much known for your collaborations at this point, like every couple of months. So yeah, I would assume that being that we're in, at this point, March, yeah, we're gonna get an update this year for a collaboration. I'm shocked. Are you shocked? I'm shocked. Wow, what a revelation. Spectacular fashion. Probably gonna end up getting some fashion idol thing. Just more waifus and boobas for them to throw at us, so they hope that they can get something out of the old whales. And that's the video. So you can forgive me if I'm a little cranky about this one, considering the fact that it's more of the same. It's just more of the same. It's more of them telling us, be patient. We're working on this. We're working on that. But the things that you told us you were working on are the things you've been telling us in some cases, like Allstar Archive, since last year. You still don't want to address certain things that are bothering people. And honestly, at this point, how much more patient do we gotta be? Like, can we get a roadmap? Can we please just get a freaking roadmap? Like, that is the, like, I keep coming back to that because that would help alleviate this issue. If they could give us a roadmap and just tell us, okay, in these couple months, expect this. In these couple months, expect that. That's what we're targeting. It may not happen. We're working on it, but we promise this is where we're trying to head. All right? Great. The problem is they don't have confidence they can do it. They don't have confidence if they did that they'd be able to stick to it and adhere to it, and then they'd worry about us complaining about it. When in all actuality, I feel like the way that they've gone about it for the past year or so is worse, where they're just like, oh, but be patient, be patient. You're still being patient? Okay, good, because you're going to need to continue to be. Like, you need to start really showing something. Like, we're not even getting, like, development footage of any of this stuff. We're not even seeing anything of where this process is at right now. We haven't gotten any, like, look at anything. All we're getting is really just a regurgitation of what we already knew and what you've already said. And I'm not trying to be harsh, but am I wrong? Am I lying? I'm not lying. This is exactly what we already saw in the dev note for the most part. And it's a bunch of stuff we've already been told in the past, in whether it be these manager videos themselves or elsewhere. Like, okay, we're still waiting. We'll be here. You freaking skeletons. Like in that new Avenged Sevenfold video. Good God. I need more coffee. Anyway, you guys, that's just my opinion on all this stuff. Like I said, I'm a bit cranky about it because honestly, I don't see any of this as being anything overtly positive. I don't see this as being anything new. I already knew we were getting a collaboration this year. I would hope that you're going to try and get new story mode out this year. It's only March. Good God. I mean, all these other things that you're talked about, again, we've already heard. So I'm sounding like a broken record, just talking about the broken record. So anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. You guys can let me know in the comment section down below what you think about all this. Like, share, and subscribe on your way out. And until the next one, you all take care. Peace.
Continue.